This video is going to break down defense specifically for the middle back defender. Before we go over it, let me just break down the board for you. You have your middle back defender right here, right back defender that's typically the setter, left back defender that's typically the libero, and then you have your three blockers in the front row, with this being the net. Now, where you go on defense as a middle blocker is dependent upon the system of defense that your team is running. Most coaches run two different systems, either going to be rotational defense or perimeter defense. So I'm just going to go over both of those for you. In the first one, rotational defense, as a middle back defender, you're going to rotate or move towards wherever the action is or wherever the set is going. So for example, the ball gets set to the outside hitter on this side and they come in for a hit, right? My blocker right here is going to move over to close that block. And then you, as a middle back defender, you are going to rotate towards the line shot. So you're going to move over here so that you're watching this shot right there, because the right back defender is actually going to move up in this instance and they're going to cover the short tips. That's for the outside attacker. For the right side attacker, it's the same thing. If the ball is set to this pin, again, you're just going to slide to this line, right? As a middle back defender, you're basically just going towards the line on either pin set. Now, for perimeter defense, you're going to be more on the perimeter or the outside of the court. In this instance, if the outside hitter is set again, right, you're still going to have the middle blocker move over. This time, instead of going towards the line shot, you're going to move around the block. So you're actually going to move a little bit over this way so that when the hitter hits the ball, it has to go around the block. And that's the only way it can go, and that's where you're going to be. You're going to be right there. So you're just moving around the block in order to make a play in the ball. Left back defender is also going to move around the block, but a little bit more sharp. And then in this instance, the right back defender is actually going to move back more and cover that deep line shot here or read the tip down here. So in perimeter defense, the person that gets line is going to be the person that's on the actual end line. As a middle back defender, you just have to move around the block and then play defense that way. Now, if there is a hole in the block, let's say your middle blocker is here and there's a hole for this shot right there, you're going to have to make a read here, but you're pretty much going to fill that hole. So if the hole is here, you might just stay right there and play defense there. It's a little bit more of a read type defense, but that's how you want to play it for a perimeter defense.